FDO CEO Boy Preach are shots and shot worth a shot and shout are.
Samsung's One UI 9 update is coming to a lot of Galaxy devices. Samsung's One UI 9 based on Android 17 is officially here, and now we have a much clearer picture of which Galaxy devices are eligible for the update. One UI 9 is expected for the Galaxy S26, S26 Plus, S26 Ultra, Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, S25 Ultra, S25 Edge, S25 Fan Edition, Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, S24 Fan Edition, Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, S23 Ultra, and S23 Fan Edition. Moving to the Galaxy Z series, the Galaxy Z Flip 8, Z Fold 8, and Z Fold 8 Ultra already come with One UI 9 pre-installed. The Galaxy Z Flip 7, Flip 7 Fan Edition, Z Fold 7, Z Trifold, Z Flip 6, Z Fold 6, Z Fold Special Edition, Z Flip 5, and Z Fold 5. For the Galaxy A series, Galaxy A57, 56, 55, 54, 37, 36, 35, 34, 26, 25, 24, 17, 16, A15, and A07. Samsung's tablets are also included: Tab S11 Ultra, Tab S11, Tab S10 Plus, Tab S10 Ultra, Tab S10 FE, Tab S10 FE Plus, Tab S9 FE Plus, Tab S9 FE Plus, Tab S9 FE Plus, Tab S9 Tab Active 5 Pro, and Tab Active 5. For the Galaxy M series, the M47, M56, M16, M06, M55, M15, M54 5G, and M34. The Galaxy F series, F56, F36, F16, F06, F55, F15, and F34. And finally, Samsung's Galaxy X Cover 7. Samsung announced the One UI 9 beta program on May 12th, with Beta 1 arriving on May 13th. Beta 2 followed on May 26th, Beta 3 on June 16th, and Beta 4 on July 14th. Beta 5 was released on August 12th, while no new Beta 6 build had surfaced as of August 15. Samsung officially unveiled One UI 9 on July 22nd, and the stable software started rolling out with the new foldables on August 7th. For older Galaxy devices, the rollout is currently expected to begin around mid-September 2026, although Samsung has yet to provide a complete official schedule. That's it for today. Is your Galaxy device on the One UI 9 list? Let me know in the comment section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 is coming to way more Galaxy devices than you think. Samsung is going all in with One UI 9.0 based on Android 17, and the list of Galaxy devices currently being tested internally is getting bigger every week. While the public beta program is still mainly limited to the Galaxy S26 series, Samsung is quietly testing One UI 9 across dozens of existing Galaxy phones and tablets. Samsung officially unveiled One UI 9 on July 22nd, and the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra, Z Fold 8, and Z Flip 8 became the first devices to launch with the stable version on August 7th. Now, here are the devices currently spotted in internal testing. Starting with the Galaxy S series, Samsung is testing One UI 9 on the Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, S25 Ultra, S25 FE, Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, S24 Fan Edition, Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, S23 Ultra, and S23 Fan Edition. For foldables, the list includes the Galaxy Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7, Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, Z Fold 5, and Z Flip 5. The Galaxy A series has one of the biggest testing lists, including the Galaxy A18, A57, A37, A27, A17, A07, A56, A36, A26, A16, A55, A35, A24. Samsung is also testing One UI 9 on the Galaxy M35, M56, and M34. And for tablets, the current list includes the Galaxy Tab S11, Tab S11 Ultra, Tab S10 Plus, Tab S10 Ultra, Tab S10 Fan Edition, Tab S10 Fan Edition Plus, Tab S10 Lite, Tab S9, Tab S9 Plus, Tab S9 Ultra, Tab A11, and Tab S6 Lite. Now remember, this is an internal testing list, not Samsung's official final eligibility list. More devices could still be added, and appearing in testing doesn't always guarantee a public rollout. But the important thing is that Samsung is clearly preparing Android 17 for a huge number of Galaxy devices. That's it for today. Is your Galaxy device on the One UI 9 testing list? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. Galaxy S24 One UI 9 beta is finally getting close. Samsung appears to be preparing to expand the One UI 9 beta program beyond the Galaxy S26 series, and this time, the Galaxy S24 lineup could be next in line. Right now, One UI 9 beta is officially limited to the Galaxy S26 series. But recent firmware activity suggests Samsung is getting ready to bring beta testing to both the Galaxy S25 and Galaxy S24 series. The latest clue comes from tech enthusiast Fahad Ali Javed, who spotted a new ZZ-H8 build for Samsung model SM-S928B. For those wondering, SM-S928B is the global variant of the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the ZZ-H8 firmware is believed to be an internal One UI 9 beta build. This is a pretty important discovery because it suggests Samsung has already started preparing beta software specifically for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. We have already seen beta builds for the Galaxy S25 Ultra, so it looks like Samsung is gradually moving One UI 9 testing down to its previous flagship generations. And here's where things currently stand across the Galaxy S lineup. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has its first potential beta build spotted. The Galaxy S25 Ultra has multiple new beta builds appearing. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is now moving towards stable One UI 9. And interestingly, the Galaxy S23 Ultra has also been spotted with an internal stable build. So Samsung is clearly testing One UI 9 across multiple flagship generations at the same time. Of course, Samsung hasn't officially announced the Galaxy S24 beta program yet, so the exact launch date and supported countries are still unknown. But with the first S24 Ultra beta build now spotted, Galaxy S24 users finally have a good reason to get excited. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on the Galaxy S24 series finally getting closer to the One UI 9 beta? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 beta for the Galaxy S25 just got another massive leak. The Galaxy S25 series is getting closer than ever to the official One UI 9 beta rollout. A brand new August internal build has now been spotted for the Galaxy S25 Plus, revealing several interesting details about Samsung's next Android 17 update. According to ex-user Fahad Ali Javed, the latest internal firmware has now been fetched from Samsung servers. The build has been upgraded from ZZ-G8 to ZZ-H4, showing that Samsung is continuing to polish the software ahead of the public beta release. One of the biggest highlights is that the new build has already received Google Play Protect certification, which is a very strong indication that Samsung is getting closer to releasing the beta publicly. The firmware is also running the August 2026 security patch, making it one of the latest internal One UI 9 builds currently available. As for features, the good news is that Horizon Lock is still included in the latest build, meaning Samsung hasn't removed one of One UI 9's most exciting camera features. However, there are still no signs of My Fan Cam or Now Nudge. These features remain missing from the current internal beta, although there's still a chance Samsung could enable them in a future build before the public rollout. Overall, the latest firmware appears to be very similar to the previous internal beta, with Samsung focusing mainly on stability, security improvements, and final optimizations. Of course, everything still depends on Samsung, as the company could always make last-minute changes before the beta officially goes live. A huge thanks once again to Gabriel2392 for helping uncover the firmware, while the latest details were shared by ex-user Fahad Ali Javid. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on the latest One UI 9 beta build for the Galaxy S25 series? Let me know in the comment section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 Beta 5 is finally here. One UI 9 Beta 5 is finally here after a month-long wait. Samsung has officially started rolling out One UI 9.0 Beta 5 for the Galaxy S26 series, and this is easily one of the most important beta updates so far. It has been around 4 weeks since Beta 4, making this the longest gap between One UI 9 beta builds. Samsung even apologized to testers last week for the delay, explaining that additional quality checks were needed before releasing the next build. Now, Beta 5 is finally rolling out with the August 2026 security patch and a long list of bug fixes and improvements. One of the biggest additions is a new warranty and care page inside settings, giving users easier access to warranty and device care information. Samsung has also fixed several issues across the system. The Settings app should now be more stable, with fixes for freezing and white screen problems. The company has also improved the camera widget on the lock screen, fixing slow performance and black screen issues when launching the camera. Several other problems have been addressed as well, including the floating bar inside the phone app, blank screens in My Files, missing 1x1 shortcuts on the home screen, and flickering or misaligned previews in the video editor and photo editor. Samsung has also worked on general screen flickering and Wi-Fi connectivity, with improved connection stability and fixes for connection errors. The update is rolling out in phases, starting with South Korea, before expanding to enrolled Galaxy S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra users in markets including the US, UK, Germany, Poland, and India. And with stable One UI 9 already available on the Galaxy Z Flip 8 and Z Fold 8 series, Beta 5 could be one of the final major testing steps before Samsung moves the Galaxy S26 lineup to the stable release. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on the One UI 9 Beta 5 update? Let me know in the comment section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 release date is finally here, but older Galaxy users still have to wait. Samsung has officially launched One UI 9 based on One UI 9 release date is finally here, but older Galaxy users still have to wait. Samsung has officially launched One UI 9 based on Android 17, but if you're using an older Galaxy phone, you're probably wondering one thing: when exactly will you get the update? So today, let's break down the complete One UI 9 release timeline and when we can expect the update on older Galaxy devices. Samsung first announced the One UI 9 beta program on May 12, 2026, and Beta 1 started rolling out just 1 day later, on May 13th. After that, Samsung continued expanding the beta testing with Beta 2 on May 26th, followed by Beta 3 on June 16th, and Beta 4 on July 14th. Then came the longest wait. One UI 9 Beta 5 finally started rolling out on August 12th, bringing the latest improvements and the August security patch to Galaxy S26 beta testers. As of August 15th, there hasn't been another new beta build, so Samsung appears to be getting closer to the final stable release for the Galaxy S26 series. But One UI 9 itself was officially unveiled much earlier. Samsung held its Galaxy Unpacked event on July 22nd in London, where the company officially revealed the full One UI 9 experience. And the stable software started reaching customers on August 7th, when the new Galaxy Z Flip 8, Galaxy Z Fold 8, and Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra went on sale with One UI 9 pre-installed. Now comes the big question: what about older Galaxy devices? Samsung hasn't announced a complete rollout schedule yet, but based on the previous One UI 8.5 rollout pattern, the first major wave of older Galaxy phones could start receiving One UI 9 around mid-September 2026. That means Galaxy S26 users should be among the first existing phones to receive the stable update, followed by other flagship models like the S25, S24, and potentially S23 series, along with eligible foldables, tablets, and Galaxy A series devices. Of course, the exact timing will depend on Samsung's testing and region. So, if you're still waiting for One UI 9, September could finally be your month. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the One UI 9 release timeline, and when do you expect your Galaxy to get the update? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 is the final major update for Galaxy S23. Samsung has officially confirmed some important news for Galaxy S23 users. The upcoming One UI 9.0 based on Android 17 will be the final major Android update for the Galaxy S23 series, including the Galaxy S23 FE. Samsung originally launched the Galaxy S23 lineup with One UI 5.1 based on Android 13 and promised 4 major Android OS upgrades. So far, the series has received 3 major updates and is currently running One UI 8.5 based on Android 16 QPR2. That leaves just one major Android upgrade remaining, and it will be One UI 9.0 based on Android 17. Samsung has already started testing the software for the Galaxy S23 lineup, but now we have official confirmation that this will be the final major OS update. According to information shared by popular tipster Tarun Vats, Samsung has confirmed the update policy for the Galaxy S23 FE. In the reported conversation, Samsung specifically stated that Android 17, or One UI 9.0, will be the device's final major Android OS upgrade. And this policy also applies to the regular Galaxy S23, Galaxy S23 Plus, and Galaxy S23 Ultra, since all 4 devices launched with Android 13 and received the same 4th-generation OS upgrade commitment. So, while One UI 9 will be great news for S23 users, it also marks the end of the major Android update journey for this flagship series. After Android 17, the devices should continue receiving security updates according to Samsung's remaining support period, but they shouldn't expect another major Android version. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on One UI 9 being the final major update for the Galaxy S23 series? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 beta is coming to the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition. Galaxy S25 Fan Edition users could be getting some very good news. Samsung is reportedly preparing to include the Galaxy S25 FE in the One UI 9.0 beta program, giving Fan Edition users an early chance to test Android 17 before the stable release. According to tipster Tarun Vats, Samsung plans to invite the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition to the One UI 9 beta. If this information turns out to be accurate, it would continue a new trend Samsung started with the previous One UI update. Samsung introduced the Galaxy S FE lineup as a more affordable way to experience flagship Galaxy features. However, FE users didn't always get access to early One UI beta testing. That changed with One UI 8.5, when Samsung opened beta testing to the Galaxy S25 FE, S24 FE, and S23 FE. Now, it appears the Galaxy S25 FE could once again be part of Samsung's beta testing program with One UI 9.0. There's even hope that Samsung could eventually expand beta access to other older FE models as well. According to Tarun Vats, the One UI 9 beta could initially be available in the UK, Korea, and India. However, this may not be the complete list, and other markets, including the US, could also be added when Samsung officially announces the program. This report also lines up with Samsung's recent activity. The company has already started creating One UI 9 beta pages for the Galaxy S25 series on its community forums, suggesting that the expansion beyond the Galaxy S26 series is getting closer. Of course, Samsung hasn't officially confirmed the Galaxy S25 FE beta yet, so we'll have to wait for the company's announcement for the final eligible devices and supported countries. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on the Galaxy S25 FE getting early access to One UI 9 beta? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9 just leaked one feature Galaxy users have been waiting for. Samsung is currently beta testing One UI 9 for the Galaxy S26 series, but a brand new leak has revealed what could be coming to older Galaxy devices as well. Among all the upcoming features, there's one in particular that really caught my attention. One of them is the new horizontal camera level guide, which first appeared on the Galaxy S26 series. The feature is also expected to arrive on the Galaxy S25 lineup. Samsung is also preparing additional agentic AI features and several other improvements, although it's still unclear exactly which Galaxy models will receive everything. But the feature that stood out the most is the brand new home screen finder. This feature first debuted on the Galaxy S26 series through One UI 8.5, and it makes searching your phone much faster. Instead of opening the app drawer and swiping multiple times, you can simply tap directly from the home screen to launch the global Finder search instantly. Finder lets you search installed apps, suggested content, app settings, web results, and even hidden apps. It also uses the phone's NPU to deliver smarter and more relevant search results, which means flagship Galaxy devices are expected to benefit the most. What's interesting is that Samsung had plenty of time to bring this feature to the Galaxy S25 series with One UI 8.5, but for some reason, it never happened. Since this feature doesn't really depend on a major Android upgrade, many expected Samsung to release it much earlier. Now, there's a strong possibility that Samsung will finally bring the new home screen finder to the Galaxy S25 series and other supported Galaxy devices through One UI 9. Although Samsung has limited the public beta program to the Galaxy S26 lineup, the company is already testing One UI 9 internally for several existing Galaxy smartphones, including the Galaxy. There's One UI 9 just leaked one feature Galaxy users have been waiting for. Samsung is currently beta testing One UI 9 for the Galaxy S26 series, but a brand new leak has revealed what could be coming to older Galaxy devices as well. Among all the upcoming features, there's one in particular that really caught my attention. One of them is the new horizontal camera level guide, which first appeared on the Galaxy S26 series. The feature is also expected to arrive on the Galaxy S25 lineup. Samsung is also preparing additional agentic AI features and several other improvements, although it's still unclear exactly which Galaxy models will receive everything. But the feature that stood out the most is the brand new home screen finder. This feature first debuted on the Galaxy S26 series through One UI 8.5, and it makes searching your phone much faster. Instead of opening the app drawer and swiping multiple times, you can simply tap directly from the home screen to launch the global Finder search instantly. Finder lets you search installed apps, suggested content, app settings, web results, and even hidden apps. It also uses the phone's NPU to deliver smarter and more relevant search results, which means flagship Galaxy devices are expected to benefit the most. What's interesting is that Samsung had plenty of time to bring this feature to the Galaxy S25 series with One UI 8.5, but for some reason, it never happened. Since this feature doesn't really depend on a major Android upgrade, many expected Samsung to release it much earlier. Now, there's a strong possibility that Samsung will finally bring the new home screen finder to the Galaxy S25 series and other supported Galaxy devices through One UI 9. Although Samsung has limited the public beta program to the Galaxy S26 lineup, the company is already testing One UI 9 internally for several existing Galaxy smartphones, including the Galaxy S25 series and many other eligible devices. Because of these internal test builds, firmware trackers have managed to uncover several new features. However, exactly when that rollout will begin is still unknown. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on the new home screen finder coming with One UI 9? Let me know in the comment section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out. One UI 9.5 is already here, and Samsung wasn't supposed to start this early. While everyone is waiting for the stable One UI 9 rollout, Samsung has already taken the next step. The company appears to have begun One UI 9.5 development for the upcoming Galaxy S27 Ultra, and the very first internal firmware has now been spotted. Firmware expert Fahad Ali Javed discovered the first One UI 9.5 build, carrying version AZH3, for the US variant of the Galaxy S27 Ultra, model SM-S958U. This marks the very first internal build to appear on Samsung's servers, nearly 6 months before the phone is expected to launch. Samsung recently unveiled One UI 9 alongside its latest foldables, with the official stable rollout scheduled to begin on August 7th. Older eligible Galaxy devices are expected to start receiving the update from September onwards. Just like One UI 9, One UI 9.5 will also be based on Android 17. It will debut first on Samsung's next-generation flagship lineup, before eventually expanding to eligible Galaxy devices through a future rollout. What's even more surprising is how early development has started this year. Compared to previous generations, Samsung seems to be moving much faster, raising the possibility that the One UI 9.5 beta program could begin as early as November, with the Galaxy S26 series likely becoming the first devices to test it. Now that internal development has officially started, we can also expect more firmware leaks over the coming months. As usual, enthusiasts will likely uncover new features long before Samsung officially announces them.